Hey everybody, welcome back to Stereoscope Rewind, the podcast where we talk TV, movies, because no one else will talk about that obscure 1985 movie. But you know what? We will. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Amy.
Hello, Amy. Welcome back to our back-to-back Sunday. Once again, as always, my favorite inside joke is Amy has changed clothes, I have changed clothes. We look totally different.
I know. I was thinking about maybe unbuttoning a shirt to see.
Whoa. That'll help editing, then I'll know what episode it is.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll do that for you. Unbutton is ensembles.
Unbutton is the second one, yeah. Okay, got
Button
it.
is teen.
Totally.
You're welcome.
Well, today we're going to talk about the best ensemble movie, and Amy says she has a definition for us, so I'm ready. What is the definition of an ensemble movie?
Well, so we're doing best ensemble cast, but I was like, what does that even mean? Like, am I picking my favorite ensemble cast, or is there like a definition behind it? So, AI told me that an ensemble cast refers to a group of actors who all play significant, roughly equal roles in a production where no single actor dominates the narrative. Instead of a clear lead with supporting characters, an ensemble cast distributes importance and screen time more evenly among its members. This often leads to a greater focus on collaboration, teamwork, and the interplay between characters.
Okay. I like that. That's a big definition.
Right. So it helped me kind of pick what I chose today.
All right.
But I chose 2 TV shows.
That's okay. The TV, There's a lot more ensemble TV shows than I think there are ensemble movies.
Sure.
And so I too have one of each.
Okay.
So I also have a TV show.
Well, I went first last time, so why don't
Was it my turn?
Go first?
Okay.
Yes.
My first movie is a movie that I will watch anytime, anywhere. On a plane, on a train, on a bus.
On an automobile.
In an automobile, with a goat, with not a goat.
Okay.
I do like this movie, Sam I Am. I do like it, Sam I Am.
Okay.
The movie is Ocean's 11.
Mm.
That movie is stupid crazy with actors. It is one of the more handsome movies. It is a fun movie. It's a movie where, like, the movie's great, and then I love movies where they, like, reveal how they did it at the end. But your cast is crazy. The 2001 version is George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Julia Roberts, Andy Garcia, Don Cheadle, Bernie Mac, Casey Affleck, and Scott Caan. I think it's Caan. It's crazy. They all are on screen. The thing about movies like that sometimes is you feel like some people got like little roles, or they get kind of screwed in the editing or whatever. And I feel like everyone in that movie had their moment. Everyone had their moment. I didn't feel like, and no one felt small. Of course, George Clooney and Brad Pitt are the biggest roles in that movie, so of course they're the leaders. Of course, Julia Roberts too. But overall, I feel like even the smallest of character, or down the list, still had their funny moments. So I've always loved that movie. And then it's based off the original, which is the 1960 version, which also has a stupid, crazy cast. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, Joey Bishop, Angie Dickinson. Like, of that time, that was crazy. And I love the backstory on those movies. Those guys would film all day, and then they'd perform all night and drink, and then come back and film all day again in Las Vegas.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
So how that movie even got made, I'll have no idea. They had some amazing party stamina. There we go, yeah. Oof.
Stamina.
That's a big word. It's a $5 word for me today. In the jar. So those are my movies, Ocean's 11. I will watch either one. I like the newer one a little bit better, but the original is a fun watch. If you've seen 2001, the Ocean's 11 2001, and you haven't seen the original, I recommend it. It's different. So it's a different enough movie that it's a different movie, but it's the same idea. There's a heist.
Okay.
That's my first one.
I like on the 2001 one where they have the little RC monster truck.
Yes.
And then they're drag racing, and then they have the big monster truck, and then it runs it over. Oh my God, so
I'll
fun.
be honest, in my head when I was like, even small characters had great moments. That was the scene that popped into my head.
Oh, really?
And I didn't say it. Yes,
the brothers.
That's my favorite scene when he's like, "Go ahead, whenever you're ready. Go ahead. We're waiting. We're waiting.
Waiting, sweetheart. Just waiting.
Good. Go.
Waiting for you.
What do you want?
Go, little girl. You're like a little girl.
Relax.
Just do this
Good.
all day.
Go.
Don't. I'm gonna
You
get
here?
out of the car and I'm gonna drop you like third period French. Okay? Stop
Relax.
talking. Go.
Then you hear, "Wing," and then he crashes into his.
So cute.
Yeah. So that is mine.
That's a good one. That's a really good cast.
Oh, it's crazy to me that they got them all in the same room, and they all seem to work together. On screen, at least, they all work together. I know the behind stories, but on screen, it all seemed to work. Like they all seem to be. Everyone got their moment, and it's just it just flows so well.
Yeah, it's quippy and fun.
It's quippy and fun, and you know, and then Brad Pitt eats the entire movie. That kind of started the whole Brad Pitt only eats when he's on screen, because every scene he's eating. So if you watch that movie, he's always eating. So that kind of turned into a thing after that movie.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, if you watch Ocean's 11, Brad Pitt's always eating something. He's in the hallway and he's eating shrimp cocktail in the hallway.
Yes,
he's
I remember.
He's eating dinner like when they're in the suite. Like he's always eating.
Oh, you're right.
And if he's waiting for I think he's even eating when he comes out of jail the first time in the movie. He's eating a candy bar or something.
Like a
he's
snack.
He's always eating something.
Oh, I'm gonna look out for that.
Yeah, and then it turned into a whole Brad Pitt meme where like on other movies he'd be eating too. So
Just eating.
Like is he someone who needs something in his hand when he's in the movie? Does he need something to do? Does that make him look more real? Who knows? It was kind of became a joke. Brad Pitt eating. Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah.
I'm gonna watch out for that now.
Yeah, when you watch Brad Pitt movies, I don't know about the early stuff. I don't know about 7 and stuff, but I know after Ocean's 11, there was always this big joke about him in movies eating.
Gosh, if the movie 7 doesn't make you lose your appetite, I don't know what will.
What's in the book?
What's in the box? Okay.
What's in the box?
That's a good one, Jeff. I like that one.
Thank you, Amy.
Mine was Westworld.
Westworld, fantastic.
Evan Rachel Wood, Jeffrey Wright, oh gosh, her name, Thandiwe Newton, Ed Harris, James Marsden, Tessa Thompson, Anthony Hopkins, Jimmy Simpson, like the list goes on and on and on. And I know that they focus on the earlier seasons on Dolores, but it really does branch out into everybody's storylines, and you are, are they real? Are they not? Why are we here? And it starts off in the 1850s to the 1890s. We're in this Old West town, but then we realize, if you haven't seen Westworld, turn this off. And then we realize that the Old West people, they're actually in a theme park that rich people go to, and it's like 2053 in the real world, and they go there to either interact or do bad things to these artificial intelligence people, and they just keep reliving the same day over and over and over. And then, as we all know what happens with artificial intelligence in movies, they eventually start fighting for control over their autonomy. And that whole cast, it gets a little weird in the later seasons. The later seasons aren't my favorite. Like season 4 wasn't my favorite, but
they had to wrap it. It was a classic wrap-up season. But
I know.
They had to give us an ending. So here's your ending, everyone.
I know. But seasons 1 and 2 are so awesome, and I'm so invested in all the different characters, and you care so much about everyone's journey. And whether they're a robot or they're real, and quite honestly, we kind of like the robots more than the people in this one. It's just not great people. They don't do very good things when they're in Westworld.
No.
So
well, that's kind of the whole point, though, is that's why they go there. But
to
do all kinds of nasty things.
Their demons. I don't know.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. That was a good twist, though, in that one too. But I know we're not on twists.
No, we can have a twist. No, it was a great show, and it was another one of those appointment television type shows where like at the time you could watch it later on HBO Max and stuff, but like people came to the TV on Sunday nights to watch that latest episode of Westworld, so it wouldn't get ruined. So it's a great example of a show, because it's like people did like, okay, here we go, 9:00, let's do this.
Loved that show. I'm sad it's over, and it did go in a weird direction, but yeah, you find out that the man in black is actually what's his name? Jimmy Simpson, William. It's the same guy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dolores stays the same age because she's a freaking robot, and William's obsessed with her and just comes back over and over and over and over again. Love that show.
TV show's great. Yeah.
So Westworld is my first one for Ensemble Cast. What's your second? My
second one is a show, once again, that I will watch on a plane, on a bus, in a car. I'll watch them with my green eggs and ham. Parks and Rec. That was on NBC. This cast is crazy, and I feel like this show not only had a crazy cast, but it birthed actors like that went on to do amazing, crazy things. Like Amy Poehler, Nick Offerman, Rashida Jones, Aziz Ansari, Aubrey Plaza, Chris Pratt, Adam Scott, Rob Lowe, Retta, Jim O'Hare, and Paul Schneider.
I've never watched Parks and Rec.
No, you haven't?
Mm-mm.
125 episodes with a reunion special. 7 seasons. One of the best season finales I think I've ever seen on television.
Really?
Top 5 for me for sure.
Oh, wow.
Top 5 for sure of how they wrapped up the show at the end.
Okay.
And you just, I think I've talked about it before on another podcast on our show. I feel like I have, but I couldn't say no to that because I was watching it yesterday. I was just watching it. It was on cable, and I was watching it for a few minutes. I just love that show, and there's just so many people on that cast. Parks and Rec, if you haven't seen it, go ahead, watch it. But
okay,
probably one of my favorite ensembles because it's, once again, I think they did the same thing with Ocean's 11 where every character had a story at one point because they had, they had 125 episodes to do everyone's story. But they did give everybody
airtime.
Everyone had airtime. Everyone got stuff. I mean, of course, Amy Poehler, Nick Offerman, who was Leslie Knope, and Ron Swanson, they really carried a lot of the show. But like Chris Pratt he kind of came from that and headed into the Marvel universe.
Sure.
And it's funny. Like he's in the first few 2 or 3 seasons, he's really chubby. Like he's a big guy.
Yeah, and then
all of a sudden he gets really skinny to play Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. Guardians.
Star-Lord. Yeah, and then the opening episode of the next season after he did Guardians of the Galaxy, he was like, and there's a part where him and Ben Wyatt, played by Adam Scott, are walking. And he's like, "You've lost a lot of weight." And he goes, "Yeah, I just stopped drinking beer and this happened."
So the only thing you did was stop drinking beer?
Yeah, I lost 50 pounds in 1 month.
How much beer were you drinking?
I know, right? Probably too much.
Like he's chubby before, now he's just Mr. Ripped and handsome. Like it's hilarious.
Okay.
Because he's always handsome, but I meant like he's just Mr. Ripped.
Yeah.
And it was just funny how the show like didn't even like bother on trying to be serious. They were just like, I stopped drinking beer and it all worked out.
They're like, we have to acknowledge this somehow, but
because he looks
how can we just make it quick?
Yeah, Andy Dwyer before he went to do Guardians was just kind of sloppy and chubby, and then now he's just all like fit and ready to go. His hair's all good.
Stop drinking beer and everyone
stop drinking
can
beer. There
be
you
like
go. That's
that.
the answer. Yeah. He's like, I just cut out beer and it just happened. And then they just kind of moved on with the episode. So
I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But that's mine. Parks and Rec all day long. I know I've mentioned it before, and you get it again.
I like
right.
it. I need to
All
watch
right.
some of your shows. Let's
start at season 2. That's all I have to say.
Okay. My second pick was Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey. Never watched.
You know, I am on
we may have to trade shows on this one.
I know, right? I'm on the final portion of season 6.
Okay.
And it was recommended to me by a friend, but it's got Hugh Bonneville, Elizabeth McGovern, Michelle Dockery, Laura Carmichael, Jessica Brown, Maggie Smith, Philip Logan, Jim Carter, Robert James Collier, Joanna Fogwat, and Brendan Cole. So, but again, this is just like so many storylines. You care just as much about this family as you do about the staff. So essentially it's from like 1912 to 1925 in the UK, and it's a great house. He's a Lord Grantham, Earl of Grantham, and it's this massive house. So
okay.
You follow the family, who obviously they're lords and ladies, and then you follow the staff that works in the house. And back in those days, you had, dozens of people working behind the scenes. So you're so invested in the family and what's happening with them and the rules that they have to abide by during that time, being like royalty. And then the staff and how limited they are, right, in that era. But you get so invested in all the characters, and there's so many, it branches off into so many different storylines for every single person. Everyone gets their moment. But yeah, I think you would like it. It's a really good show.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah. And I know it's not like new or anything, but
no, but I know nothing about it, so anything that happened would still be a surprise. Like nothing's been spoiled for me.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's I'm holding back because I don't want to spoil it. But there are 2 companion movies that have come out since.
Man, I know. I knew it was a big deal because people loved it.
Yes.
People watched the crap out of that show. And
It's very good. And you're watching some of these characters and you're like, why does no one know that lady's a complete jerk? Like, why doesn't anyone say anything? And, oh, I love that person. Why is she going through? It's just a whole thing where you're just invested in every single person. I mean, even the characters that come in briefly for a couple episodes, you're like, oh, gosh, the emotions are so heightened in that show.
Wow. Okay.
I'm very passionate about the characters that come in. Because it's not like, there's no social media, there's no internet. So it's not like you can tell when someone's a bad person.
That's true. It's all about what they show to you when you're in the room with them.
Yes. And I just find that whole time period fascinating. I went to the, have you been to the Cliff Walk in Newport, Rhode Island? All of the summer homes?
No.
Okay, so it's like the summer homes of the Gilded era of like the Vanderbilts and all of those very, very rich people. Well, they have these like 50 and 60,000 square foot homes on this cliff in Newport, Rhode Island. Obviously, it's very expensive to have a house like that, so they've sold it to the state.
Yeah.
And you can walk through as a museum. It's so cool. And I just find that time period really fascinating. But I would highly recommend Downton Abbey. It's very good. It's an ensemble cast. Obviously, they're Brits, so they're not as well known here, but they're fantastic.
Okay, I'll check it out. All right, if you enjoyed today's episode and you're still here, like and subscribe, push all the buttons, click all the things, tell all your friends. This will be a fun little episode. These Lights Gamer answers are small. Send them to your friends. They don't even have to watch something. So we thank you.
Do something.
Yeah, just do help be with us here and let us know in the comments. Any shows you want us to watch? Any shows we missed that are ensembles that you love? Okay, well, we did it again, Amy. Sign us up.
Thank you for rewinding with us. Toodaloo.